2015 has been about a reflection that the fact that the market is improving, and essentially what we've done is brought people together to have a real look at the industry and to see, are we missing out on the opportunities?
As Invest-in-Fife, I'm really more than pleased that we've actually managed to make this probably one of our best investments of the year. It's really a great job that Shepherd and Wedderburn is actually bringing together this collection of people. I find it sometimes it's quite difficult, working in your own local area and then to have experience of people from other areas and even international experience as well. It helps put that all into context.
From that, we've brought together speakers who've got a wide experience of the regions throughout the United Kingdom, and we're seeing what lessons can be learned and what opportunities exist.
We're living in an incredible era of change. Huge pressures, demographic pressures around the world, huge shifts in the way we make things, the way we design things, the way we do business. Shifts which are driven very much by technology. And that's really putting enormous pressure on city authorities, designers, planners, to rethink how we use our built environment.
Well, the Scottish Government's vision is to create a really high quality, well managed stock of private rented sector housing. In order to do that, I think there are various things need to happen. There needs to be a good environment for institutional investment. And I think at the moment, with some of the things that have happened, the pressures on the referendum, the uncertainties, that's not around, and a lot of institutions are not currently looking at Scotland.
The best way to deliver change in the delivery of housing is to allocate more sites in the stronger market areas in Scotland. Those are the areas where people want to live and where house builders want to build new homes. And I think in parallel with that, the Scottish Government should concentrate its efforts on facilitating change in the weaker market areas.
So I think the government has got to give a real message to the institutional community that actually Scotland's open for business on this subject.
Perhaps drawing on ideas emerging from the RICS and others about a land delivery agency to help them to do that.
But the big question everyone's asking is what type of buildings are we going to need? What type of buildings are we going to need for people to live in? If you're going to live higher densities in the middle of the city, what type of urban fabric do we need to create for those people? And then more importantly, how do we create a competitive economic environment for new businesses, not just to grow, but new businesses to actually be spawned, to actually start up in our cities and create the type of employment we want for our society.
There are four key economic drivers for a growth environment. One is institutional, so the right political framework. The second is innovation, a system whereby people are able to work together, to collaborate, to come up with new ideas, new products and services. The third is productivity, where those innovations and ideas are turned into the sorts of product which people want by adding to human and physical capital. And the fourth is stability, and some of that is the political stability within which people can operate freely.
I think the key success factors are collaboration between local, national government and investors, operators and developers that want to build and generate these new urban neighbourhoods. Positive urban neighbourhoods have a mix of uses that are resilient. They attract that long-term investment because of that success, because of that resilience of the communities and the great places that they create.
I think also from a local authority point of view, there needs to be a more open, a more partnership approach to working with funders, particularly in terms of planning and particularly in terms of land availability.
That needs local policymakers as well as national government to be clear in their policy making, for the government as well to have a stable regulation that will encourage that investment for the long term. Getting that right will generate that investment, will generate those ideas for those long-term successes that really make a successful neighbourhood.
We're very keen to have investors come in, and it's not just the property side of things, it's a whole mix of things. We've got to have the right sort of environment for investors if they're going to come in, create jobs, people are going to pay their council tax, businesses are going to pay their local rates, and it's all going to actually go into improving the wealth of the community.
But it's an exciting change. I use the term that I think we're on the cusp, or actually maybe we're within a kind of new industrial age, a new Victorian age, an age where actually we don't feel afraid anymore. We don't feel that we're the poor competitor, that we can actually build major new infrastructure. We can actually build buildings, heroic buildings again, buildings that we really feel proud of, and buildings that will see the test of time.
I've gained a lot from this, I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I've learned as well.